Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Let us make bagels. It's been a while. I think I haven't made a recipe for bagels on its own without mixing it with other stuff. So I started with about 400 mils to 450 mils of lukewarm water, added 1 packet of yeast, and added 2 tablespoons of sugar into there, and I'm going to let it sit on the side, and we will measure 4 cups of bread flour. Anything that has to do with the bread, I try to make it to use bread flour in a sense. And I also added 1 teaspoon of salt, fine salt, because Seikos has a tendency of not dissolving well. And then I added my water from there, stir that in, making sure that everything is well incorporated. I think in this, when you add water or liquid to anything, it's better to add it bit by bit. And I always start with plus or minus 350 to 450 mils of water, just to make sure that I don't add too much. It wasn't enough, and I added a little bit more onto the flour, stir that in, and in that sense I realized that I had added a little bit more, so I did add half a cup of flour into this. That is wrong. Don't do it. Add bit by bit. So after mixing it, I didn't mix it quite well. I didn't need it. If you are new here, whenever I make bread or make a dough, I use what I call a lazy method. So my lazy method is just mixing it roughly and letting it sit for an hour. And after an hour, this is how it looks. Sorry. And then I'm going to dunk my hand into water, and then punch it down, knead it a little bit. If you want to, you can flour your surface, knead it for about 5 to 7 minutes, punching it down like you see the way I am doing. This is the stage where I say we are developing gluten. And then after kneading it for about 5 to 7 minutes, I covered it again and let it rest for about 2 hours. As you can see, it's much later into the day and it has rested. And we are now going to shape it. Bagels are quite easy. All you need is few ingredients: water, flour, sugar, salt, and yeast. And this dough gave me 8 bagels. You will get 8 bagels from this. And then I have so many methods that I use to make my bagels, but this one I chose the easy one. I chose the lazy one. I didn't choose the string method where you make a string and then combine it and roll it. Nah, I chose the one that you just measure your dough the way I measured it, turn it into a ball, and then do that ring like I did. But the thing about this method is that your the hole in the middle, it kind of close up a little bit, but that's okay. These are homemade goods. They don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be perfect. So This is how I shape my bagels. And it's easy. You don't have to wreck your brain when you are making it. Shaping them is as easy like that. And then I had boiled water prior and it is boiling now, and I'm going to transfer my bagels from where I was letting them rest to now onto the boiling water and let it boil for a minute or so, and then transfer it onto a cooling rack. You need to put it on top of a cooling rack, not straight on the pan. And as you can see, my pan is an old one. And then once you have transferred them from the water, boiling water, you can now brush the bagels with egg wash, making sure that you brush every top part. It doesn't have to be a lot. This is just to encourage the bagels to turn golden brown. I haven't made them without applying egg wash, so I wouldn't know how they would be without the egg wash, honestly speaking. So once that is done, and then I proceeded into adding my seeds there. Mixed seeds there. You can add pumpkin seeds as well if you want. I did have them, but I thought this is just enough. I didn't need to add anything else, and I was heavy on the seeds because I really wanted them to cover the entire bagels. And once that is done, then I removed them from the pan, washed it, and then line it with baking paper and transfer my bagels from the cooling rack onto the pan. The reason we use the cooling rack is so that we can get rid of that excess water from boiling them. And we are going to bake them at 180 to 190 degrees. This will depend on your stove, what kind of oven you use. Some would have to use 200 degrees, but I use between 180 and 190 degrees. After 25 to 30 minutes, they are ready. This is how they look. So yeah, I got 8 out of that dough, and this is a decent size bagels. I hope you try them, and thank you so much for watching up until this far. Kindly like, subscribe, comment, share, uh, hit the notification bell. Any action that you would like to do, kindly do so. I appreciate you being here. I will see you on my next upload.